Okay. Hello and welcome back to my stream. My name is Jason, also known as Dragon11. Bit late starting today. I was struggling to actually find the outbreaks to hunt for. So on to the last two, which I'm hopefully going to get done today. So starting with Capsakid, which I managed to find in a good spot here. I did find them a couple of times, but every time that was the wrong one. Every time I found an outbreak, it was in a really bad spot, so I was struggling to actually get one in a good spot. This is actually not a bad spot, as it is right beside the town, so I've used the town to reset. But I'm after Capsakid and Nymble today, so seeing if I can get the last of these. These are the last easy ones to hunt for. So I've got a couple of hours to do it in, so hopefully get that done. So I only got the outbreak from one of them, unfortunately. I was struggling to get either of them in a good place. So I may just use a sandwich to get the second one once I'm done with these. So hopefully these should be fairly easy to get a shiny for. So both of them are quite noticeable yellow shinies. Makes them nice and easy to spot. This one in particular is in a good spot, if it wasn't for the sandstorm at least, which has literally just started as I was about to start streaming, so that's helpful timing. Once I get this down, it should be a fairly easy hunt to do. Just reset in the town and should be able to spot the shiny quite easily. So after these two, I think the only ones I've got left for the Paldean Pokemon are starters or the rare forms. So starters I'll probably do off stream because I'll have to breed for them. And with me just running around in a circle hatching eggs or standing around waiting for eggs to be bred probably won't make the best content. And the rare forms I may stream. So I could start on Dudunsparce. That's quite an easy one. Tandemouse I'm really hoping for an event for. Trying to spot them is very hard at all. So the number I'd have to catch in order to get a good chance of getting the right form is quite a lot. So don't really want to be catching that many Tandemouse without some sort of boost to the shiny rate or something. So I am hoping they do an event like that. Not entirely sure what I'm doing over Christmas just yet, so I'm probably going to be busy for most of the next week with family and friends and stuff, so probably going to be streaming for a bit. So I may get back to streaming in the new year. Might be at the very end of this year, maybe the There's the Wednesday. Wednesday's New Year's Day. Probably won't stream New Year's Day because I quite often have family around that day. So my family is very unorganised and I find it very frustrating that we never seem to know what we're doing until it comes to do it. So I don't get much notice for a lot of things. So we're still waiting to see what we're doing over Christmas, really. So nothing's been confirmed yet, which is a bit of pain. Yeah, probably not streaming that week. So I may take the time to get my shiny decks sorted at last. Really needing to get that sorted. Once I've got that sorted, I'll have a better idea of what I still need. So that'll allow me to crack back on with shiny hunts properly in the new year. Assuming I don't get a job. So I might be offered a job fairly early in the new year, which would be great. So I sent my CVs out a few weeks back for the post-New Year rush of jobs they usually get in. But I have to wait and see what actually happens. So a bit of a funny time for architecture at the moment. At least around here. Until things sort of change, I'll try and keep streaming when I can. So things a bit chaotic at the moment. A bit tricky to make sort of long-term plans for anything. I've got some other things I've been planning to do for the channel as well, but I just haven't had time to do them either. I lost a good week or so with the cold I had. Bug, that's what it was. I suspect it might have been one of the new forms of COVID. I seem to be the worst affected out of the household, and I was the only one who hadn't had the COVID jab, so usually I'm the least affected by that sort of bug. This one completely knocked me out, and it's quite strange. That's the most logical explanation for it. I'm pretty much over that now. Did linger a bit. And I've pushed myself a little bit to try and get back to doing stuff afterwards, but should be fine now. Got a couple more of these and should be good to go. Save. Yeah, so I'm a bit in a funny spot right now, so I don't really know. I don't find this one over here. Don't really know how long I'll still be streaming for, but I need something to stream, so I've sort of been, I think it's better to focus my attention on having something to stream than adding something to my channel, which is what I would be working on otherwise. So I lost those sort of couple of weeks was when I was planning to work on the channel a bit more, but didn't happen. So and now it's at the point where I need something to stream, so I need to work on sorting that out first. So sorting out my shiny decks is going to be my first job to do. It's not perfect location. There's a few things spawning around here, but I'll just roll through here. I should be able to despawn and spawn. So once you get to there, it's fairly good. So I can just keep doing that. I've been streaming for a couple of months now, so usually like 2-3 times a week. I've now started to have my videos disappearing from Twitch because they only save them for a couple of months, turns out. I wasn't entirely sure how long they saved them, so I've been backing them all up to YouTube anyhow as I've done them. I kept seeing different places saying they saved them for a different amount of time, so kind of hard to work out what exactly was correct. I now know it's 2 months. Give or take anyhow. So maybe like 60 days. Basically 2 months. So it's been fairly hit and miss how successful my streams have been. Some I've got no viewers, some I've got 2 or 3. So it's quite variable. I think the Pokemon ones are the better ones because I can actually talk a bit more freely without sort of focusing on the game too much. I can quite comfortably keep talking while rolling backwards and forwards like this. Look, shinies. This is the better option for my stream content for the time being. So that's what I'm going to be sticking with for now. I do technically have a few more games that I was sort of thinking of playing on stream, but don't really think they'd be great content after all, so I'll probably just do them on my own time once I get some time to that. Been busy with one thing after another lately, or ill, which has kept me from doing anything. Spending the majority of a week in bed. It's not great for productivity. I was just so wiped out by that bug. So the others in the house were only knocked out for a day or two. I was knocked out for almost an entire week. And pushed myself to try and get going again, and just exhausted myself even more. I should be fine again now. So I'm pretty free on Fridays for the next week or two, so I might be able to slip in an extra stream on a Friday for a change. My local game shop's shutting down its events until the new year. The numbers were dwindling anyhow. People are busy at this time of year anyways, so which is fair enough. I was actually thinking about possibly streaming a bit of Magic Arena, but it's been so long since I actually played Arena properly. Sort of went off it sort of after COVID, really. So it was good for keeping playing during COVID, but beyond that, it was not great. I found it just doesn't have the same. So much of Arena is just best of one, and best of one just screws with odds. So a deck that works in best of one doesn't work in best of three, or vice versa. So it's like the metas are completely different. Best of one is just seems to be a very fast format, so you've got to be playing an extremely fast deck, and it doesn't seem to be a huge amount of strategy. It's just draw card, go. It's just draw card, play card, go. It's just like that. I don't find fun with Magic. Not in that way. Just trying to go off that quickly. So I much prefer paper where you've got best of three and you can sideboard against your opponents to actually have proper tactics for beating them. So there's a lot more back and forth between strategy. So best of one, you might be able to answer something, but you might not know it's coming until it's too late. Whereas best of three, once you've seen it once, you can quite often sideboard against it. Even if you lose the first game, you've got a better chance of winning the second two against some of those decks. I've got a bit of a quirky deck of my own that I've built, which I'm tempted to sort of show off a bit, I guess, on Arena. Just as something to do for a stream, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I need a lot of wild cards to actually build the deck, I think. And I don't think I have them, because I was using them a lot when I was playing before, and then I stopped playing and wasn't earning them. I kept thinking about playing again, so I'd build a deck using up all the wild cards I had left. And I've got no wild cards left to build another deck. I don't know if that's really worth doing or not. But the deck's a bit of a quirky one I've put together. It was originally inspired by a deck I saw Saffron Olive play on MTG Goldfish. It was a Simic Desert Burn deck that I saw, which was odd in itself, but I liked the idea of it. So it was. I've always liked sort of ramp-based decks. That was a very ramp-based deck at the time. Using the deserts with spelunking to get them untapped, bouncing, fetching lands and all sorts. So spelunking is very good for a ramp deck. It's also played in Amulet Titan in Modern, so it's being played in Modern, and it's obviously a fairly good card. Yeah, so that inspired me originally, and I'd sort of been playing about with the idea sort of on paper, essentially, or just in note form. So I hadn't actually built the deck at first, or got a few of the bits put to one side. Oh dear, there's a sandstorm again. So I put some of the bits to one side to build the deck, but never actually got around to building it. And then another set was released, another set. And each time a new set was released, I sort of got an idea of, oh, that might work in this. Well, this might work as well. And I was swapping things out. So he'd done it before rotation, so I had a few gaps to fill in the deck anyhow. I think by the time I got the original cards, or most of the original cards, it was time for rotation anyhow, so I didn't really get the chance to play it before it rotated out. Then I had to figure out a new build for it. So in his article he did suggest splashing black to make it Sultai to add removal, which I liked the idea of. I was playing Golgari at the time anyhow, so I had all the black removal that I'd need. Oddly, I've actually taken up most of the black removal, but green removal instead, which is a bit of an odd one. I've got Tear Asunders, which ordinarily would not be great, but in that deck it seems to work remarkably well. Because it ramps, you get up to 4 mana to Kicker. Tear Asunder to make it exile any permanent, and just the hard exile just is good. I messed up one of my opponents on Friday when he wanted to protect one of his cards in particular to give him card advantage, and I realised what he was doing, so I removed it. He put another card in to protect it, but it was a card that whenever it dies, return it to the battlefield, and it wasn't dying, it was being exiled, so it didn't work, which was rather funny. He didn't give it hexproof or anything, he just made it so it would come back from the graveyard, because he wanted the ETB rarely, so he still got the ETB when it did die. He started attacking with it because I started to build up too much of a board state, so I blocked to stop the damage because his damage was building up a bit, but it killed it, and then he brought it back using what he was intending to do originally, but then I just exiled it completely. So, or I kept exiling it. I think it was one of the games or the other. I think the first game he attacked with it and I blocked it with a. It was. I think his was a 3-3. Mine was like a 6-7 or something like that. So pumped it up using all the deserts. There's one outcast, a free blade or something like that. It gets +1/+1 for each desert you control. In a deck with runs like 13 deserts. It is. Right. Yeah, 13 deserts. I got it right the first time. I'm trying to count them up in my head. Yeah, so it runs 13 deserts, so pumping it up is quite easy to do, and it fetches a desert when it comes into play. So it gets big very fast. It can come in turn 3 and be a like 4, 5 or something like that as soon as it comes in. It quickly becomes a bit of a threat, so with the way the deck works, it's rather quirky, because pretty much anything I get can work with anything else in some way. They don't know what to remove. So they don't know what I'm going for. To be honest, neither do I. I just wing it as I go. Whatever I draw is whatever I go for. There's so many different strategies I can use. I've got the... So it's the crime lands, the deserts. They commit crimes. They trigger one of the other cards that basically allows me to get a land off the top of my deck and put it into play. So that's ramp. So turn 4 I can drop that and then play a land, commit a crime, get another land. So gets very out of hand very quickly. Only triggers once per turn. But also added the lizard that triggers off landfall to deal damage to an opponent, which also triggers crimes. So the main sort of strategy is to just keep pinging them for 1 damage every time a land enters, or multiple lots of 1 damage. And it's difficult for them to stop. I've also got, there's the enchantment that whenever you deal damage to an opponent they lose half their life rounded up, which basically means from 20 life, I think it's 4 pings of damage. 4 pings of 1 damage is enough to kill them. So with all my lands dealing 1 damage, all the lizards dealing 1 damage, they quickly lose a lot of life, and by the time it actually comes in they've probably lost some life already, so it's even easier to kill them. Hello there, charming Jagrita. Talking about a bit of Magic the Gathering. Just saying about how one of my decks work. Hi. They've caught me hunting for Capsakid at the moment. Unfortunately I've got a sandstorm blocking the view, but it should still be fairly easy to spot. It's slowing the game down a bit though, so not moving particularly fast. It's right near the town, so I can use town resets to go using an outbreak to hunt for it. Yeah, they do get in the way a bit. So Capsakid's nice bright yellow, or fairly bright yellow. Well, it's a lot brighter colour than it usually is. Actually sort of a dull yellow, but compared to the green it's quite bright, so it should be easy to spot. That was close. So I'm running out of targets to go for, so once I'm done on this I might just crack a sandwich to go for after my last easy target for my shiny living decks for Paldea. I'm not entirely sure. Paldea wise, because that's the only one I can easily keep track of at the moment. I've got most of it, so, and then I've got a ton of other shinies. Lots of shinies. So everything before this, I still need to sort out and get into place to work out what I still need. So I have a lot of shinies. But so I've been shiny hunting since basically Pokemon Platinum. So I have a lot of past game shinies to sort of collect up and organise. So I need to get on that. So I'll probably be sorting that over Christmas, so I can hopefully have a better idea of what to hunt for in the new year. Yeah. So I've got my regular living dex already sorted. That's currently stored on Scarlet, so I'm playing on Violet at the moment. All my shinies I'm keeping on Violet for now. Well, not all my shinies. There are a few shinies still on Scarlet. But this is my main game, so this is where I'm doing the shiny hunting. So I've been slowly going through my old games to get them ready to transfer forward. So I just got a bit distracted once I got to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because I realised I could get a shiny Ash Hat Pikachu from the event that they done on there, so I still hadn't collected the event, and if I can get it shiny, I'll try and get it shiny. Problem is, it takes a very long time because it's full odds, so I've been resetting on that for a while. Haven't got round to finishing off what I was doing. I'll try and get everything transferred forward and sorted over Christmas. I had got most of a semi-living dex sorted. Yeah, the duplicates in the previous dexes, yeah. So I think, so I'm only, so I think this is in national dex order of just the, this is just the new Paldean Pokemon that I've got in here at the moment. So with the regional forms. So anything prior to that I'll sort separately, because I might have it in one of the other games. So, but yeah, I think it was in X and Y I made a big push for I was getting one of each evolution line at that point. And so I think I've mostly got that done. It's just every evolution I'm now going for, so because it's so much easier to catch them in Scarlet and Violet, I figured why not. So I just need to work out what I still need to fill the gaps. Until I get everything transferred forward and organised in Pokemon Home, don't really know. So it is a bit hard to tell. So I figured an easy place to start would be just the new Paldean Pokemon. So it's just Nymble and Capsakid are the main ones I still need. Still need to sort the starters, so yeah. So in Scarlet and Violet, I done the one of each evolution chain already, and then started going for every evolution. So I've already got low kicks and I can't remember its name now. Scovillain. So I've already got low kicks and Scovillain, my shiny dex. So I just need the pre-evolved forms now. So Masuda for Togepi, is that? So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have Togepi on some games. So a lot of Pokemon, if I do need them, I could quite easily transfer them from Pokemon Go, but I think that's more of a last resort just to fill the gaps. But I think I have got Togepi before now somewhere. Can't remember what generation I got that on. Trying to think where I would have got it. Can't remember if it was in the Pal Safari, Pal Park, whatever it was, in X and Y. Oh, oh, just eggs. Fair enough. Yeah, so I need to get the starters for the Masuda method. So I've already done them once already, so in my party. So all three of these are shiny. All of these are shiny. My entire party is shiny. So, shiny. Each of these are already been done. So everything's shiny. I also need to get the rare forms, which are going to be a bit of a problem. So if I get Capsakid and Nymble today, I have some time left. I may go after some Dunsparce to try and get them. So I need the 3-segment Dudunsparce. So the family of 3 Mousehold will also be a bit of a pain. I'm still holding out hope they'll do an event for them at some point, because they've done similar events at times with shiny boosted outbreaks. I'm hoping they'll do that for Tandemouse to make it easier to get those shiny. So I made I noticed in my boxes I made use of the Milkery event they done to get all the Milkery the Alcremie forms. So yeah, I've done some stupid hunts before now. I'm hoping for an event to help with Tandemouse. Yeah, I already had them. I'd already got everything that was featured a while back, so I think I needed one more. Well, I don't actually know if I needed it or not. I probably have it on previous games. I got another can't think of its name now. Fracture. So I'm pretty sure I've got Axio on this already, and I think I've got one Fracture as well, but why not get another one just so I can guarantee I have all the evolutions. Pretty sure I've got Haxorus somewhere on one of the past games, but without knowing for sure. Grabbed an extra one just in case. And this sandstorm is really going for a while. Oh, this is really slowing me down. I was hoping I'd get it fairly quick. Shiny hunting last week, I was going after Smoliv, and after an hour of not finding it from an outbreak, I ended up popping a sandwich. Took 2 sandwiches to get the shinies I needed, which was a bit of a nightmare, but that can happen sometimes. So I'm hoping this will be quite a bit easier, quicker at least. I've been live for, what was it, just over half an hour now. So usually get a shiny in like half hour, 45 minutes during this. So hopefully get one soon. Well, yeah, that can happen. Look at the wrong screen. Yeah, sometimes I show up to these outbreaks and just straight away get a shiny, so I was kind of hoping that would happen, but it didn't. Well, with only 2 left that I'm particularly after, it was just had to try and get a decent location. Yeah, Shieldon's a decent one. So I've probably got them before. Always good to get more of them. So I have a feeling, if anything, it'll be the 8th gen Pokemon that I'll need to fill in a lot of the gaps off, because I'm pretty sure I got one of each Evolution 9 on that, but I didn't go any further. So anything that is 8th gen that doesn't have has multiple evolutions, I'll probably need to fill in the gaps for. So I'm just sort of thinking of the fossils in that. So I can't actually remember. I got all 4 fossil combinations shiny for that. I'm pretty sure I bred for at least one of them, but I can't remember if I'd done all 4. Hoping I did. I need to boot up Sword or Shield, whichever one I done it on. Not to check, so I'll probably pull them into add to my shiny decks. Yes, I've got both games, so I can quite easily do both hunts quite easily. Just said quite easy twice. But yeah, I always get both versions, so I can get all the version exclusives, so I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Yeah. Iron Hands is one of my main go-tos for doing the Terror raids. So I got one of them shiny quite early on. Or as soon as I could, at least. I just powered it up and got it sorted, so it's quite a handy mon to have. Sandstorm's annoying. Yeah, he's pretty solid. So I think my first box in here is all things I've either used in the playthrough or used for raids that I just use for hatching eggs. Why not power it up? So, then raid counters. I think these were from my playthrough. Yeah, just extra ones I've done for the playthrough and stuff. So just oops, thought I could get through there. Three boxes of raid. Yeah, I don't keep track of where all my raid counters go, so I tend to just use the same sort of handful. Whenever they have one of the special events, I quite often power something up if it's needed, but other than that I tend to just use one of the sort of standard ones. So Iron Hands is so good that even if it's not a great type matchup, it can still handle most Terror raids. Oh, is that the Sandstorm finding out? I think it is. Constantly change moves. Changing moves isn't that hard, so and is that that's the shiny as soon as the sandstorm ended. That's fantastic. Where'd it go? Come here. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind. Thanks. I don't mind swapping moves around if I need them. So. I'll stop doing that. You done? Right. I tend to catch all my shinies and premier balls just because I can. Right, that's that one done. And another save. Right, I was going to go after low kicks next, and I think the best spot for them, not low kicks, Nymble, is up here. Ooh, that's a bad location for an outbreak. I think the location I wanted was right where this... I might be okay to get past it. It's right on the corner here. So I want to get the low kicks, the Nymble, somewhere around here. I might just kill the outbreak. Shouldn't take too long. Saves fighting the Sotodle for the location. Never know, I might get a shiny from this. I don't need Sotodle, but I'll take an extra one if it's going. So I believe the Nymble here in this area around here. There's one little Nymble up there. If I can isolate bugs, then that should be the only bug around here. Yeah, true. So I tend to just... So, Iron Hands is fairly generic, sort of hard hitter, so I can just use that for most of them, and anything else I just use a different Pokemon, so... I don't think I've ever actually used Umbreon for raids. Yeah. So using just the brute force, I tend not to need to set up the defensive stuff a lot. So whenever I do need the defensive stuff, it's for one of the special ones. I just set up a Pokemon specifically for it. Assume I don't already have one set up. A couple of times I've managed to reuse them from past ones, or just use a fairly generic build that I've just tweaked the moveset on. I think I've used my Skeledirge for a couple of them. Just tweaked its move slightly. Switching moves is so easy now, so if I do need it for just a one-off raid like that, I can quite easily change the moves and then change it back when I'm done. This outbreak is right where I want to be doing the Nymbles, I think. I'll just clear this out. Probably have checked this before I started stream. I was just trying to find the outbreak at all. So I was having a lot of trouble getting the Nymble or Capsakid to spawn in a good place for the outbreak. And I had one... I think I had a Nymble appear in the entrance to a cave, so I was getting like only a very small slither of Nymble right where the cave entrance was, and then I was getting Pokemon from inside the cave spawning instead, which wasn't good enough. And then I got a... No, yeah. Yeah, so you're fairly support roles. So he's decided to glitch. Oh, there it goes. Every so often he glitches and just stops responding to things. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't really bother with the sort of support side of things. So a lot of the event ones I've just soloed, so I haven't really... Oh, So I go for the strategy of knocking them down before they can really do too much damage. With the terror raids. For this Rayquaza I just used my Zoo morale. Just belly drum, play rough, and you're basically done. So with a shell bell to heal, deals enough damage. So with shell bell on something, you can basically heal up any damage you take, unless it's a one-hit KO sort of thing, which a lot of the time you can avoid just with the good typing and EVs, so stats in general. So there's something that's tanky enough to survive the hits, and then hits hard enough to kill them quick enough. So. I think on the rare occasion when I did need to sort of team up with others for the terror raids. Yeah. So I tend to just hit as hard and fast as I can, so I don't really bother with support. So on the rare occasion when I did need to, when I couldn't do one of the event ones myself, a lot of times someone was running a support Pokemon, so that was enough to handle it for us. So I guess I probably got kind of lucky with that. No one needed to set up support. So I sometimes have one or two. So Azumarill has a couple of support-ish sort of moves. I don't really bother with them too much. Yeah. So if your allies have really bad choices, it can really hurt the timer. But so that's a bit hit and miss. So. So I tend to do a lot of them just by myself, so I don't really have that sort of worry with the computers dying. It doesn't really knock the timer down too much. So it's just my Pokemon that I need to be careful of, and as long as it's got decent stats and a shell bell, it's usually fine. No, I didn't think I did. So. So I tend to just stick with those most of the time. Don't have to worry about it. Yeah, well, whatever they are. The AI allies. What's the other with these now? Yeah. Trying to keep an eye out just in case a shiny spawns from this. If a shiny does show up, I don't want to miss it. Oh, no, now it's gone. No, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Right. Should be clear to sandwich up now and get the Nymble. Fair enough. Right, where was my... Oops. I want the bug sandwich, so that was... Unlucky. Potato salad. I tend to use the simplest sandwiches I can, because I can't be bothered with all the stacking involved. On potato salad. Salty and sweet will do. Oh. I dropped the potato salad. The one thing I didn't want to, I had to put on the sandwich, I dropped. That was dumb. Good job I saved. That's why I saved before making a sandwich. I don't know if it would have still worked if I dropped the... I assume it wouldn't. So some ingredients you can drop and it still gets part of the effect from. It's usually good to restart the game from time to time anyhow. Okay. No, right, try that again. Potato salad. Sweet and salty. Now don't drop the potato salad. Potato salad sandwich. Not a big fan of potato salad in general, so... No, I didn't need to put the bread on top there, I always like doing it. It looks so stupid when there's just potato salad in the middle of it. Actually got it quite central, the bread. And now we are good to go for Nymble. hoping it's easy to spot. It's shiny. No, not easy to spot in the grass though. In general. I think a wide loop of the area should do the trick. Oh, quite small. That's the problem with going after all these pre-evolved ones at the end here is they're not that easy to spot. I'm going for smolive frigibacks. Other horrible ones that I have to do. Some not that easy to spot ones. To finish off this shiny dex. I did make a note of a few other bug hunts I can do once I find these. I'm not sure if I actually need, but I might as well grab some extras while I have the sandwich going. I assume I actually get the nimble with the sandwich. How far do they go? Do they just go right? Didn't notice that on the shade. Go right the way down to the town? Oh, I get the feeling I'm going to run into a lot of these. I'm a little worried the shiny's gonna blend in with the flowers. I can just do a full lap there and back. By the looks of it. They're spawning behind me, aren't they? Trying to spot them in the grass as I go. It's going to be tricky. Right. Maybe a zigzagging method will work better. Whoop. These are really hard to spot in the grass. I don't need the items. But these sparkles I find distracting, so I better to pick them up and not get distracted. So hopefully this doesn't take too long and I can go on to something a bit easier. Low kicks is a bit of an annoying one because I kept getting low kicks at one point. I don't remember how many I actually caught in the end. I know I missed at least one. That was a rather annoying one. Just strolling along, found a random shiny low kicks as I was riding by him. I was so excited to see it, I didn't save before encountering it. And I encountered it with my Cereledge. Thought, oh. Got it down to 1 HP with full swipe, no problem. And then it used high jump kick. And I thought, oh, that's one that self-damages. Oh wait, no, it will. It won't do any damage because it will miss. It can't damage a ghost type with a fighting type move. And I didn't realise straight away that it deals the damage to itself if it misses, and it counts not hitting as missing. So even if it can't hit, it counts as missing the target. So it dealt damage to itself. So it high jump kicked itself to death. So I lost that. Thought that was annoying. That was a bit of an annoying encounter. Really hope I don't miss the shiny. I think a zigzagging approach is the one to go for. It allows me to look forward and backwards as I'm doing it. More likely to spot the shiny that way. If one spawns where I've just been. Or I just won't see the Pokemon at all because they're too small in the grass. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't usually miss or fail shinies, so there's probably been shinies I've just not noticed. I'm pretty sure I missed some of the Smolives last week. I'm still feeling a bit rough from the cold I'd had. But I think there was some spawning in spots where I wasn't looking. So I'm guessing I missed shinies there, considering how long it took me to find one. I found them eventually. Some shiny hunts can take a while, but I do get them eventually. Hopefully I get this on one sandwich. So I've saved beforehand so I can get the ingredients back if I need to. But as long as I get one Nymble, I'll be happy. That's all I'm really after. Anything else would be great, but not too fast. That's a point. I should really have checked my storage to see what other ones I needed. I was thinking of sticking around in this area and going to the desert to get something. So I was thinking of possibly a Larvesta, but thinking about it more, I'm pretty sure I have a Larvesta on one pass gate. That's annoying. I thought that was a shiny. Just a little group of yellow flowers. Larvesta, I'm pretty sure I evolved into Volcarona in one of the previous games. Then I caught another Larvesta on this already. I shouldn't need another one for the shiny living dex. What was I thinking about getting in the desert? I've already got Relor. Dropping what other shinies there were. What's on my list? Venonat I've probably got. Surskit, Masquerain, possibly. Snom I'm pretty sure I've got before. So I think that's another one that I think I got that last gen. So I shouldn't need that. So I did consider getting some Swaddle from Kitakami. Being a 3-stage evolution, there's less chance I've caught one on the main games multiple times. However, I know I've got loads on Pokemon Go, so I could just quite easily transfer them from I saw that one as well. Could transfer them from Pokemon Go, so I'm not too sure if I want to go for that one. Surskit I'm not too sure about. I can't remember getting many of them before, but say it's only a 2-stage evolution. So saw both of them and sort of hesitated which way to go. Still got plenty of time left on the sandwich. Saskia, I'm guessing I probably have already. So I know I've caught one in this gen already, and I'm guessing I would have caught one previously. That little clump of blooming flowers there again. I'm just looking for something small and yellow. All these little groups of flowers are not far off the right size. And now the light's changing, which is not going to help that much. Nighttime might help, because I think this sort of thing usually shows up better at night. But right now it's making it a little bit harder to see. Sort of twilight state of the game when it gets to us. Does make it trickier to see things. Group of flowers again. I see them, think, oh yeah, there's the flowers. Look away, look back, and it's like, oh, no. In the yellow flowers. I've been working on my shiny unknown collection on Legends Arceus a bit more after my disappointing first shiny hunting stream. So I've kept up with that shiny hunt. It's very slow, as it turns out. Occasionally you get one fairly quickly, but most of the time they do take quite a while, unfortunately. Saw it, didn't turn. I think I'm up to 8 or 9 shiny unknown in Legends Arceus now, with only one duplicate, which isn't too bad. Would have liked to get a bit further before getting any duplicates, but oddly they all seem to be clustered around the middle of the alphabet. I've got like I, J, K, L, M, O, P, R. So 2 J's as the duplicate. Okay. Time of day has changed now. They do show up a little bit better in the dark. Wait a minute, can I town reset on here? Oh. Is that the way to go? Wait. We get spawns upon the cliff. I'm getting spawns upon the cliff. That's not gonna work. That's why there weren't as many down the bottom end. I was getting spawns down below. one little flower just in the edge of the grass again. This junction doesn't seem to be too bad. As close to the edge I go, the more likely it is that I'll spawn something outside of, well, down on the desert. These are not easy to see. I'll just go slow and just keep panning around. I think the shiny is just really obvious when I see it. A bit slow time with some of the shiny hunts lately. I may have been using up all my shiny luck on probably Pokemon Go. Managed to get a shiny Galarian Zapdos the other day, which is extremely rare. Unfortunately, it doesn't run away, so it took about 20 odd Ultra Balls of golden raspberries to catch it, but catch it I did. I was very close to resorting to one of the Master Balls, but I think Master Balls would be better off in a specific event for something that would usually be extremely hard to catch. So when they make it so that it doesn't flee, if it's shiny, it's like, well, why do I use the Master Ball on that if it's not going to run away anyhow? I'd rather use the Master Ball on something that you need to catch, because it's the only way to catch it, rather than something that you can just throw a whole load of normal balls at and not worry about it. I think the idea is for people to use it on the roaming birds, but with enough patience, it's not that hard to get the Galarian birds in Pokemon Go, so it's, yes. And I also got the went out for a bit for the Community Day weekend yesterday, and I was just sort of on my way home when the event ended. And almost as soon as it ended, I got the new Wooloo with the Christmas hat, which I think was odd that they decided to start that event on the same day as Community Day. Would have made more sense just to delay it a day. But whatever. I find it's not unusual for Niantic to make some odd decisions with that sort of thing. I'm watching PM7's world record videos as they've been being uploaded. Just the VOD versions of them. I'll watch the edited down version at some point as well. Can't even see that. I do like his content when he's doing the shiny hunting stuff. And these sort of challenge videos he's been doing with groups of creators have been a lot of fun to watch. When you sort of see the videos and you sort of see them catching sort of shiny after shiny, but they don't show the everything in between where they're not getting anything. So with these sort of longer events, when they've got like a timer on the screen, you can sort of see how long it is between each shiny. And watching the full VOD, you can really see it as he's taking ages to get one. He's struggling to get it. When he gets onto a bit of a slow streak. So I did watch part of it live, but he started at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or in the evening UK time, so on a Friday, so I was going to Friday Night Magic at my local game shop, so I didn't get to see the start of it. By the time I got home, they'd already broken the record so for the world record of most shinies in 24 hours. So I'd already beaten that by the time I got home, so I was like, oh, well, that didn't seem like a hard record then. Well, I kept watching, and I think I watched up to the point where they doubled it. Because I had stuff to sort out sort of that night to get ready for the next day, because that was the Safari event in Pokemon Go, which I wanted to be out and about for. So I didn't really get to watch any more of it at the time, so quite glad he's uploaded the full VOD so I can miss all the stuff that or catch up on all the stuff that I missed. Scratching my faces. Hit that. Come on, shiny, where are ya? Seven minutes left. This isn't going well. Good. So hard to spot is probably going against me. Either a shiny hasn't spawned yet, or it's spawned and I've missed it. It's been in the long grass. Some whispers I've got, so thanks for them. So I need to go on to a second sandwich on this. Well, I'll just remake this one. Because I saved beforehand, I can get the ingredients back. So it definitely seems to work better. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that great a shiny luck with these at the moment. The Capsakid wasn't too bad. Once the sandstorm ended. The sandstorm is the biggest issue on that. Once that cleared, I've got the shiny. This one, it's just hard to spot in general. See them at this angle, you can't see anything. Lift it up, there's a Nymble hiding in the grass. So I'm keeping the camera at a fairly high angle most of the time. To see where I'm going now. Does limit me to the area covered by the camera. But I think this is a better approach. And that's shiny. There we go! Shiny Nymble! There we go. Managed to get it on the first sandwich, so that's not too bad. Grab that. Right, there's another one I could go for. Didn't want you. What is going to be an easy one to go for? How long have I got? 2 minutes. Let's just book it over here and try and get Larvesta. No way! Well, I got Larvesta. Book it over here and get Larvesta. There it is. Well. Oh dear. I really hope it doesn't have any self-harming moves. I didn't save before this one. Debated whether or not it was even shiny. That don't damage itself, does it? Struggle does. Struggle bug doesn't. Get the ball, stand ball. Now I've probably got about half an hour left, so... Keep throwing them. Find out how long I've got to stream for today. So I'm hoping I have enough time for one more sandwich, which I'll use on Dunsparce just to try my luck on that. You stand ball. You know what? Let's just switch and smuggle. my other pulse swipe Pokemon, but this one also has Spore. Right, I do have another 45 minutes to play for, so that should be enough to do one more sandwich. There we go. Much easier when it's asleep. Now I'm pretty sure the sound would have worn off now, so that was very much a last minute two last minute shinies really. That was incredible. I'll go find a Larvesta. There it is. Straight away. Oh, that I kind of want to clip when I'm done here. So. Anyway, right. Next stop will be Zero Gate. To find my normal sandwich. Fried fillet. Fried fillet. Make a sandwich over it. A quick save. Yeah. I'll probably just do this one sandwich and call it a day. So, 2 shinies from a sandwich. Fairly good. I assume I have fried fillet. Now I can do this with... need one salty. I've got plenty of sours, I'll use sour. Glitchy graphic on the bowl. Bit wonky, but oh well. As long as it has the right effect, it doesn't matter. And that is sparkling normal, title normal, and counter normal. Perfect. Come on, come on. And down we go. I'll go right the way down to the bottom in here, so that's where the Dunsparce go. Don't know if it'd be quicker to use the teleporters or not. It seemed like a fairly easy way to go. Nosedive all the way. Dunsparce and Dudunsparce. I saw plenty of this going on during PM7's shiny hunting event he done. So the world record, so it should be a fairly good one to go for. Except for when it failed him at the end. So. He was having a bit of a... I think it used up all his luck on Dunsparce that day. Don't know if he ever actually evolved the Dunsparce he caught. It'd be funny if he got a 3-segment from it. Oops. Okay, got a bit more of a hitbox than I thought they did. You get something good here? No worries. I managed to get the Nymble, and with 2 minutes left on the clock I went and I figured I'd just quickly go and try for Larvesta as it was nearby, and as soon as I landed there was a shiny Larvesta right next to me, so 2 shinies right at the end of the sandwich. It was pretty good luck. Yeah. So sometimes you kind of get stuck in conversations like that. Try going down. Probably should have jumped off the top so differently, but oh well. Now spending my last half hour hunting for Dunsparce on the off chance to get a 3-segment. That was a good one. Try and get away from, yeah. Always get. Some people just like to talk, so, which is fine. I quite often just struggle to find something to say a lot of the time, so. Yeah, I got the low kicks that I was after, and not the low kicks, Nymble, and so with like 2 minutes left on the sandwich, jumped down and got a Larvesta as well. So I got them in there. There we go, both of these. There's a last minute shiny. I've actually checked for marks, thinking about it. No, no. Oh, the Larvesta even had a mark. Sleepy time mark. Oops. Yeah, so I don't know if I really needed the Larvesta, but handy one to get just in case. So these are just Dunsparce are just for Dudunsparce. I want to be coming up this far? I don't know. Feeling these ones can spawn in the wall around here, which could be an issue. This is where I want to come to. I saw PM7 hunting for these a lot on his world record stream. So hoping they'll bring me a bit of luck as well. There we go. Just as I say that. I want to be pulse swiping these, or do I just... I should have just used a quick ball. Yeah. So I do have both games, so I can get all the exclusives I need just by playing the other one. Oh, there we go, first ball. Nice and easy. Yeah. That's one. So, doing well for shinies this stream today, so that's 4 already. I've been trying to put them all in a thumbnail each time, so if I catch too many more, I'll struggle to fit them all on. It'd be nice if I could get 3 Dunsparce out of this though. That way it'll be 6 and I can do 3 by 2 on screen. So it's like a 1 in 100 chance of getting a 3 segment, so you never know, I might get lucky. So I don't usually like using sandwiches when I can avoid it, but because of the number of these I'll need to get in order to have a decent chance of getting a shiny, I kind of need to use a sandwich. Great. A bit slow. Keep wondering if I'll just see a random 3 segment spawn. I think you can. Don't think I've never really noticed it. Drop down to this platform. Spawn again. So I've been watching. I sort of remember this route from PM7 stream because it's been a while since I've done these sandwich hunts. I mostly just do outbreaks. But knowing this sort of route has saved me a bit of time trying to work it out for myself. Got just enough time to get this sandwich done before I need to be heading off for dinner, so got another basically 20 minutes left on this. If I get 1 every 10 minutes, that'll be 6 shinies for the stream, which will be my best yet. So. Oh, that's another one. I should have saved that, oh well. That's a big one. Okay. Yeah, that core's a bit annoying. Did I just throw the Pokeball now? It doesn't look like I can use one more false swipe. Oh no. That's why I use Cell Edge. It does have self-harming moves. Doesn't work against Ceruledge though. I'll probably save and evolve them after the sandwich ends. So I should have a few minutes before I need to go before the sandwich ends, so I'll save then and then evolve them all together. See what I get. Make the most of the sandwich. So. That way I'm not using the sandwich time to evolve them. I don't really know what else I'd go for on this sandwich, to be honest. I hadn't really thought that far ahead. So I think it's unlikely I'll get a 3-second from these, but you never know. Yeah. Yeah, so I should have about 15 minutes after this sandwich ends. Oh, there we go, there's another one. This sandwich is really doing well. I'm going to be struggling to fit these all on screen, onto my screenshot for the title, the thumbnail. Trying to remember the name for it. Oh, that's 6 shinies for the stream now. One of these is a 3-second. That's going to be amazing. Yeah. So. Yeah. So this one does. So it's really useful. But I didn't even think of it when I first used it. I was playing through the game, got the Cereledge, and I got an outbreak for him. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll go for a shiny while I'm at it. Got the shiny, started playing through the game with it, and taught it full swipe, and I've just been using it ever since. I've got my Smeargle as a backup full swiper. Yeah, Smeargle as a backup full swiper is pretty good as well, because I've got a Terra-type Ghost on it as well, which gives it extra immunities. Also I managed to get it on Soak, so it can change types of Ghost types, so I can full swipe on Ghost types. It also prevents explosion with Soak and self-destruct. I think I taught it Taunt as well, that stops it from mementoing, or stops the other Pokemon from mementoing, which can also kill them. But it's also got Spore as well, so I can put stuff to sleep with it, so it's a very specialist full swiper. But I still prefer Cereledge for most things, because so it's immunity to most of the self-harming moves. Does come in handy off the bat. So the Smeargle, I get around the recoil issue with its Terra type. So I gave it the Ghost Terra type. So once it terrestrializes, it gains the immunity to them. So that's how I get around that problem. Other games it wouldn't be as good, but in this, terrestrializing comes in handy for that. So that is very easy to do. Final Gambit. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. That one. Not too sure how I'll deal with Final Gambit. I don't think I've ever had to deal with it so far, so. I'll figure out something if it comes to it. So I usually save before encountering a shiny, so if I run into that issue I can swap stuff out and try and put it to sleep before it does anything, so yeah. Final Gambit wouldn't work on Ghost types. So I couldn't actually remember if it was dark type or ghost type. or fighting type. So I think of it with the Ornead line, which are dark steel. So if it is fighting type, it wouldn't work. If it's dark type, it would. I can't remember what Pokemon have it. It's not one that's that common, so I haven't had to deal with it so far. Yeah, ground type and Storm Drain. I think it was like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I tried to make a team of double battlers using various resistances like that. Or ability immunities. And I had like Surf on Water Absorb Pokemon and things like that. But I spent so long... there was a few games where I spent so long putting together a specific shiny team that I hardly ever actually played the game. I think I ended up just speed running and didn't really get the most out of the team I put together. When I played Scarlet, I decided to take a very different approach and just I got myself the shiny charm straight away and went through playing with only random Pokemon. Random shinies. That's what my shiny lock, I called it. So I could only use shinies that I caught randomly. I wouldn't let myself hunt for a specific Pokemon. But I did have to catch a shiny before I reached the first town, so I spent ages shiny hunting in the first area to get a full odds Lechonk. So once you reach the town, you yeah, that's a good call as well. But, yeah, once I reached the town, yeah, the pink pig. Yeah, once I reached the first, well, the academy really, I was able to get the shiny charm. Yeah. So some of the shiny colours I think are quite clever, the way they choose them. But yeah, once I got the shiny charm, I was able to get the shiny boost from that, so it made it a bit easier to find shinies during the rest of my playthrough. But made it a bit more interesting that I couldn't really choose what shiny I got, and I just had to use whatever Pokemon I had that were shiny that I caught in that game. So it made it a bit more of an interesting playthrough, rather than tailoring a specific shiny lineup, which is what I would often do before. In Violet, I kind of started playing through with shinies, because once you get to the point where you can start doing outbreaks, it's very easy to get shinies. So I started picking shinies to go for. Now I'd add them to my team. So I've done that with Cerulege. I think I waited until I got the shiny charm before doing the starters. But yeah. Yeah. So now yeah, so I will need to get the starters again, so I've got one of each. I need another 2 more of each. Don't know how long I'll spend doing that. So you never know, might get them in the wild and next gen. So I don't find I don't find breeding for shinies too bad because I can just sit doing something else. Just sort of idle. I do that with soft resetting as well. I'm doing that with the Ash Hat Pikachu and Ultra Moon. Yeah. I did shiny hunt for a... I think you could... There was a funny way of doing it where you can... if you knock it out, because it's got fixed spawns, if you knock it out, then save near where it spawns, you can then date skip. Or, I don't know, I think you can just date skip once and restart the game, and on the next day it will respawn, but it will be randomised every time, so you can just keep resetting it. But it's only one at a time, so it's basically the only way to soft reset for a Pokemon for a shiny in Scarlet and Violet. But it's not a great way of doing it. I think I did breed for one as well. Oh, I got left on so much. 6 minutes. Right. Yeah. No, I do date skips to... Well, it's not really date skips, it's just sort of clock step, I don't know what you want to call it, to get the outbreaks to reset. That's how I've been going after the specific outbreaks I've been looking for. I just turn the clock back a minute at a time, and it resets all the outbreaks. And once you get used to doing it, it's actually fairly quick to do. Yeah, raids I've done it for a couple of times as well. Go off that way. Will I get a 4th shiny from this sandwich? Check down that little bit around. Yeah, so I had been doing that, but I've been struggling to get the Capsakid and Nymble. So I was hoping to get both of them in one day, but I was struggling to get either of them to appear in good locations, so I just gave up and stuck with the one and figured I'd just use the sandwich for the other one, which worked out, so I've finished them off. If I can get Dunsparce as well, that would be fantastic. Well, Dudunsparce with 3 seconds. So getting a few Dunsparces is handy. So even if I don't get the 3 segment today, it's sort of that little bit closer to it, so odds wise. Would be amazing if I got a 3 segment though. Narrow segment, they do seem to spawn behind you a lot. Will I get one more in 4 minutes? I do have a habit of getting them at last second a lot of the time. They're going to respawn behind me. Oh, am I spawning off a cliff there? Yeah, I've to an extent I collect Pokemon cards. I've been putting together the card decks of them. I started collecting with the very first set and quite quickly realised that I would not be able to afford getting every card, so I stuck to just getting one of each Pokemon. So I've got a couple of months back I did get the last few I needed that are available currently for my card decks. Thanks for fine. Yeah, I think it was. I think Terrapagos was the last one I needed, and that was quite easy to get in the new set. In the previous set it was released in, it was like 15-20 quid a card. So I was like, yeah, I don't really want to spend that much on one card just for this little collection I'm doing. And the new version's only like 50p, so I was able to pick that up quite easily. Yeah. Total Forces. The only set I came close to completing was the Pokemon Go set, and I think it was only the sort of special versions of cards I didn't get all of them of. But I got all the regular set of them, but that was a smaller set anyhow, so it wasn't that difficult to do. Wait, I did get the Detective Pikachu ones. I got the Detective Pikachu set as well. I might have missed a couple of the promos for that. I should probably look into getting them. Yeah. So I liked the Detective Pikachu ones because the art style used, because it's the movie style with the sort of semi-realistic looking Pokemon, which I really liked the style they used. So I was like, oh yeah, I like them. I got a few packs and I got quite a lot of the rare ones, so I figured, oh yeah, I'll go for the full set. And they done a pack with a binder in as well, so picked that up. Yeah. So I like the movie. So the games I didn't get into as much. I still haven't actually played the second one. I haven't finished the first one. That's another thing I've been meaning to do. I got distracted by my sorting out my shiny collection and going for the Ash Hat Pikachu. I never actually got around to finishing Detective Pikachu 1, and then I thought, okay, I'll finish Detective Pikachu 1 before playing Detective Pikachu 2. I never done it. I was just sitting on the side in a drawer, waiting to be played. Oh, something just ended. Well, that's still not a bad result. Three Dunsparce. Let's put the star mark on them. Well, that's not a bad result. I've got about 10 minutes left. So, well, I think I'll check. Oh, one of them got a mark as well. Oh, another sleepy time one. Right. Okay. Just remind myself of the conditions for this. Yeah, I just need a Hyperdrill. Stick all of them in the party. We save first. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly try and get that checked. So. Right. Hyperdrop. I don't really care which one I use to put on. No. Right, so we don't want to. Start knocking stuff out. Won't waste the candies on them. Oh right, he's got yeah. Wait, that wasn't. Is that just? Okay, that worked. How far is that going? A few of them. Okay. How much do these actually give? Oh, there's a hydrite. One of those. Blanked on the name. Iron Jugulis. Jugulis. Probably have a. Yeah. Oh, that's Spathra. Don't really do not give as much. Hoping this gives a bit more experience. Okay. Straight into the next. Is Garganackle a good one? Well, it would be funny if another shiny just popped up just randomly here. Sturdy, yeah. Stealth Rock is going to do a lot. Ooh, that's not bad. I'll save again now, just to get on the edge. I'm see this one over here. I should have just gone for the iron hands, didn't I? Oh. Just probably got sturdy again. No, it doesn't matter, didn't do enough. Ooh. That's fine. There we go. Let's see what we get. Why is the map still on screen? That's a glitch. That's 2 seconds. Next. That map is definitely a glitch. 2 seconds. Yeah. And 2 seconds. Oh well. Right. Oh, no 3 segment, but that's not too bad. Probably won't save now, so I can keep them as Dunsparce in case I want them. So I'm pretty sure I've got other ones in here somewhere. So I've got my original Dudunsparce. Can I catch more Dunsparce at some point? No. Oh no, I don't have any Dunsparce. Well, I'll get out of that and sort them later. But yeah, so 6 shinies in one stream is pretty good, so I'll probably be calling it a day now, so I'll have to go down for dinner in a few minutes. I'll just start organising in a sec. Yeah, I got everything I was after. Started going for yeah, so just about 2 hours. Yeah, that's pretty good. So sandwiches do speed it up quite a bit. So the Capsakid was the slowest one at the start. Let's put these back in here. That's the rest of them sorted, so I can move these over to there. I've just got the 3 segment there to get. Those 2 are both in teams, that's in my other box, so I've used it. That's one I've used, so it's in my other box. That's cloth, which is in there as well. Spathra I've used. That's another one of the one-offs, isn't it? I can't remember which one that is. It's something. I got that one. There. That would be... I can't remember. I can't remember what that one is off the top of my head. It might be like Annihilate or something like that. Clodsire. Those 2? Which... That's... I need to evolve. Trying to think what they are. I might have it on the other game. I'll have to double check. I went through the whole list, I made sure that I'd got everything. It's just all them. Been used, that was on the team. Used and used. I actually went through and got the authentic and the non-authentic forms of each of these. Don't know if you can actually see it on the preview image. No. They are both shiny. So. Anyway, I'll put the others in the back. Anyway. I almost filled another box. Yeah, so that's me done for today. I'll probably don't think I'll be streaming again until the new year. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just sort of don't have a proper schedule. So but so I'll usually Monday and Wednesdays I'm going for shiny hunts for streaming at the moment. But it's going to vary depending on when I'm busy with other things at the moment, so it's just going to be hit and miss. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching. And I don't really see the point in raiding someone when I've got next to no viewers. So, I'll just be signing off and let you find someone else to watch. So, I might just go and do OBS. Yep, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you around, and maybe catch you another stream, and I'll see ya. Okay, bye.